Hey there everybody, hope your day is going well. Drew Carried with Old School Gaming here, and welcome back to another PokeTalk. So, SSN is done, no trades right now, no new Pokemon captured, and teams are definitely repeating. Yeah, that's most likely gonna happen quite a bit. At least for now. Because, I mean, hell, the next Let's Play session, there's going to be one Pokemon captured, and all, red, blue, and yellow will be able to, enter that one into the team. Then the next one after that will... Red and blue will be adding 3 to enter into the rotation. Yellow will also be putting 3 into the rotation, but the third one will be different. It's complicated, you'll understand once I get there. And why does the color aspect keep changing? So, still using Diglett's Tunnel to grind, and as I mentioned, I think it was the second or the first PokeTalk, I don't know. It's been a while. But, Diglett's Tunnel really is one of the best places to grind up, because you always know you're running into a ground type. And ground type's only real resistance is poison and immunity to electricity, but any poison or electric types will know some normal type moves to, take out the Diglett and gain experience. And of course, grinding to level 32, I've actually already gotten quite a bit done in that regard. Honestly, it's not going to take too much longer to get the rest of everyone to level 32. Now, the 2 TMs found on SSN, the first being, well, actually it was a little different who got what first. But, TM08, Body Slam, going to Rattata. It's actually a perfect move for Rattata because, between Body Slam and Hyper Fang, never mind what the other 2 moves are, just those 2 moves, Rattata has become a true powerhouse and nothing can really stand against it unless it's something faster. Which, yeah, with an unevolved Rattata, bound to happen. And then TM44 Rest. Yeah, I just had to sell that because Rest does have its benefits, because, it can get rid of pretty much any status ailment, like poison or burn, paralysis. I think the only thing it wouldn't be able to get rid of is frozen. But that's because, you're frozen. And even with the Pokeflute, Rest can be really abused, because normally it's like, fall asleep, have to sleep for 3 full turns, but if you just instantly fall asleep, then instantly wake up with the Pokeflute, ta-da, you don't have to worry. But even still, it's just not really a move for my style of gameplay, so yeah, get rid of it. Hell, $1,000, can't complain about that. And then the HM01 Cut. Ooh, that is a good one. I had to give it to Oddish, mainly because Oddish doesn't actually learn anything other than grass or poison types. So running across, another grass type, another poison type, or another grass poison type, something that can resist grass and or poison, kind of screwed at that point. So just give it Cut, because, it is a decently damaging attack, and Oddish can use it quite well. And now that Yellow has Squirtle, that is actually quite nice, because now for Yellow has all the starters. Definitely a good variety there. Now, I didn't point it out when I was getting to the SSN, but there is that infamous truck just off the docks. For those of you that don't know, there were many, many, many people who were told that, oh, if you move the truck, you'll find a Mew. Yeah, you can't move the truck no matter what you do. There's nothing to do. It's just there. I don't even know why it's there. Who knows? Maybe someone at Nintendo started that rumor just to troll everyone, see who would believe it. But yeah, like I said, there's absolutely nothing to do with the truck. It's just what's the word I'm looking for? It's an aesthetic of the game. That's really all it is. Now, with all that out of the way, there's not really much more to talk about, so yeah, I'll just pick three Pokemon to talk about. Let's start with let's just start with Oddish. Abra, even though Abra hasn't done jack since it's been caught. Well, apart from activating the Mew glitch, of course. But for the third one, let's just choose Ekans. Yeah, why not? So first is Oddish. So, yeah. Oddish is actually the worst grass type in First Gen. And not to say that it isn't good. It is actually very, very good. Learning plenty of really great moves. The problem is, it doesn't learn any normal type attacks. So, like I was just saying earlier, running up against another grass and or poison type in, some combination, Oddish is pretty much screwed. Even even something like the basic tackle move would be acceptable, but Oddish doesn't even learn that. And having three stages of evolution, first into Gloom, and then needing a Leaf Stone in order to evolve into Vileplume. And yeah, it does become a very, very decent grass type, or well, a grass poison type. It does become a very decent grass poison type, but, it's still lacking that normal type move to fight against something of the same type. And all around, even, from the start to the full evolution, Oddish is, very, well, decently balanced. Nothing to really right home about, but nothing to just, scoff at either. It's very, very decent Pokemon overall. If only it actually learned a normal type move on its own. Then there's Abra. Yeah, Abra is actually more useless than Ditto, at least in an unevolved state. Kind of like how Magikarp has to evolve into Gyarados at a certain level in order to learn more moves, Abra does have to evolve into Kadabra at level 16 in order to learn Confusion. And then one of the few Pokemon in First Gen that has a third evolution required by trading. So you'd have to trade to someone else and then wait for it to evolve right there on the spot. And of course, psychic types are just, ridiculously overpowered in First Gen. So, I mean, hell, if you can catch an Abra, even if you can't, trade and get Kadabra into Alakazam, if I can remember to say the name, even at the Kadabra stage, it is definitely a huge powerhouse. After all, the only thing that can actually resist a psychic type is another psychic. And of course there's that whole thing I'll be getting to later where apparently ghost types were supposed to be super effective against psychics somehow, but they are not at all. In fact, because of the poison typing, they are actually super weak against psychic. Yeah, but I mean, hell, if you're building a dream team, either Kadabra or Alakazam would definitely be one of the top choices. And finally, there's Ekans. Exclusively only catchable in red, but, previous PokeTalks, whichever number it was, did manage to get red to trade to blue and yellow for other Pokemon. And even, Poison's definitely not the best type in First Gen because of all the weaknesses, but Ekans is actually pretty damn good. It is very speedy. It learns some, really fantastic moves fairly quickly, like Bite. That's definitely one of the best normal type attacks that only takes one turn to make. And then as it eventually evolves into what's the other one? Arbok. Right. Yeah, it definitely does, it definitely does get a very decent boost in stats, and just like Ekans, is still very, very speedy. And it has a pretty decent defense too, so it's not just gonna keel over at the first sight of something. As far as poison types go in first gen, yeah, I would definitely have to say Ekans is the best. And that's all there's going to be for this PokeTalk. Next I'll be taking red, blue, and yellow through, I forget the number, but the route to the east of Vermilion City, and getting things done there. So, thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't, hit the bell so you can always be notified whenever I might upload another video. And of course, have fun.